Pearly Tan and Thinaah lost to Baek Ha-na, and it was a third set 20-20, and I want to discuss something about this match that is much important. Last week when Pearly Tan and Thinaah got defeated against Jia Zhang in straight 2 set, one thing that was missing was the fighting spirit from Pearly Tan and Thinaah, in particular the second set. But today, as I compared to last match that lost against Jia Zhang, today they had the fighting spirit. There was a coordination, man. They were doing the same thing that Pearly Tan and Thinaah were doing from last 1 or 2 years, that is working for them. What was the one thing that Pearly Tan and Thinaah lost against Baek? Look, if you see my video in which I discussed about top matches, and today's video where I uploaded which matches can be, you can watch out today in quarterfinals, I clearly discussed about Pearly Tan and Thinaah and Baek Ha-na, that Pearly Tan and Thinaah can defeat them, and if they defeat them in straight 2 sets, it will be a good thing. But I also discussed in that video that Baek Ha-na are not an easy players. Out of 6 head-to-head encounter between these two pairs, 3 are won by Baek Ha-na and 3 are won by Pearly Tan and Thinaah. Before this match, 3 matches were won by Pearly Tan and Thinaah and only 2 won by Baek Ha-na. But what was that one thing that made different Baek Ha-na from Pearly Tan and Thinaah today was their attack. Look, I have been talking about Pearly Tan's attack from last 1 or 2 weeks. After World Championships, that attack, full-on aggressive mode of Pearly Tan is missing. Little bit missing. She is attacking. She is doing those attacks from backline. I know that. But that crazy level of attacks from Pearly Tan is missing. If you watch Pearly Tan's gameplay in previous matches too, last 6 months or last 1 year matches too, you will understand that Pearly Tan has an aggressive mode in backline. What I am observing in last 1 or 2 weeks is that she's more focused on her racket skills, like in net play. She was always an crazy good racket skill player, always. But from last, I will say that 1 or 2 years, from the time when I am observing her gameplay, every time I have observed one simple thing, that Pearly Tan always go for an aggressive mode from backline. But from last 1 or 2 weeks, that aggression is getting a little bit slower. I don't think this is a big issue, but it is a big issue for me, as I have always admired the crazy aggression from Pearly Tan on court, not off court. Off court, she is always smiling, but on court, her aggressiveness is the thing that I have always admired. I have always liked how crazy she go for attacks. Like when we talk about Liu Tan, they do crazy level of attacks from front court and back court too, and the crazy level of attacks come from the lifts from their opponents. They do crazy level of flat shots. They wait for their opponent to lift and then bang, finish, attack and finish, attack and finish. That is the thing that I know Liu Tan for, and the same thing I know Pearly Tan also. Pearly Tan do crazy level of attacks from backcourt, but that crazy level of attacks are getting little bit, I will say that, lesser from last 1 or 2 weeks. I am not saying that this is an issue, but I will love to see Pearly Tan doing those crazy smashes again in future. I am not disappointed from Pearly Tan and Thinaah's today's gameplay, because they gave everything. They were performing very good, but sometimes this thing happens that your opponents are a little bit better than you, and that luck time last 22-20 scores, 19 all, and this scores were the proof that 1 point can change the whole game. So maybe in Denmark Open or next month, Pearly Tan and Thinaah will be seen, because I haven't seen their name in draws from Korea. So I'm really looking for a crazy comeback from Pearly Tan and Thinaah. What are your views regarding this pair? Comment down below. See you in next video. Bye bye.